Dennis is back in the house. Like I said, I put pictures up on Patreon this morning with Dennis and all his dogs that he sent me when we did that photo competition. Dennis has been coming here and he's improved vastly with his training. He's won tests with Major and he's gone trialing this year. But he's loved his shooting. He's loved getting out there shooting. And they loved your videos, Dennis, because you helped so many people with those videos.
Yeah.
What do you feel now those videos ain't there?
Well, it's a big disappointment, really. What, for everyone, in as much as...
And all the reference, you could go back and look at the dogs.
Yeah, well,
like
that's the big point I was just about to say. And as much as, you know, you, with Tilly, that's in the back of the car, you get to a point and then you say, oh, I wonder where Major and Ricky were at this stage. And you, oh, right, yeah, don't worry about that. And then because I came here for a good few weeks, you can relate to it. And then all of a sudden, boing,
because at one point you were coming here every week without fail, weren't you?
Yeah,
You were very consistent.
Every other week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And did you find that week in, week out, by having someone telling you, you got your dogs to have such a better standard, and going out there and trying it on your own, like you did in the first place?
Yeah, and more importantly as well, once the dogs got through that, you know, first phase, and we had to stop on, you were then coming up with other people. And you were, you know, it wasn't just one-to-one. You could see what other people were doing. So it was, you know, really, and then you could see, for instance, there was a cocker, I think it was in, and they wouldn't bring the rabbit back. So you send another dog in there, and then you say, oh yeah,
that's it.
Because of the competition, then you're not going to have that, and he brings it in.
Yeah.
So lovely.
And the thing is as well, is what people have been really upset about is the fact that they followed you people from day one of training.
Yeah.
That first time you turned up with your cocker, right through to what you achieved with your other dogs, and then over the moon that you went and won tests. You were on the shooting day, what we had, that would turn into a nightmare with the weather, didn't it? But everyone turned up as a happy bunch of people.
Yeah, lovely day.
Lovely atmosphere. You go on the shoots now and they really appreciate you because you've got well-trained dogs.
Yeah. And
it's as if they lived in our lives, like a big goldfish bowl.
No, agreed.
5,500 videos we had up there.
It's a disappointment.
And
really.
I wasn't worried about my videos that I've trained my dogs with because I've got them stored. But I never stored the customers one because it got so busy. I was just loading them.
But even if you don't, you know, if you save one, all those, you know, I like sent one of Major early on to the breeder. That's gone.
Yeah,
everything's gone. So anything that's linked to it.
Except the hate mobs who've downloaded them, cropped them, and put them up. So those videos are up there. And I said,
they're on their own.
I've said to YouTube, hang on, you've taken me down for copyright infringement when a guy said I could put his videos up to promote him and then turn dirty on me. And I've got people going out their way to rubbish my good name, and there's videos up there that are edited. So when you wipe my videos off, you can see they've taken my videos and they're not taking them down. Why? Because that's a small fish.
I must be truthful, Chris.
Yeah.
You did his name. I looked to see what his site was like.
Yeah.
And I only had to look at him for about 10 minutes, and I would never have gone on his site ever again anyway.
No.
Because he was a flipping, you know, he came across as a weirdo.
But what's happened, right, the internet is a funny thing, you know, because when he first started, he was doing all dog training. And his father taught him to be a gun dog trainer, and he was doing gun dog training with correction. And that's why I actually tuned into him and watched him. Then all of a sudden he's realised his internet, you can make money off the internet, and he's monetarised everything. And that's where he's then gone a little bit over the top. Because even sitting in there with a pigeon on his head, shitting on him, he gets views from idiots. And so he's got a vast amount of following and money coming in. And that's when he became obsessed with money. Money was his god. When in fact he is a good trainer, but he's an artist and he goes into about all this Yeti crap.
I must admit, you can't get past.
I came off it 3 years ago because I thought I'm not interested in all this rubbish you keep putting up now. So I came off with that, unfriended him, not forgetting that 4 years ago I'd actually put 12 of his videos up to promote him and say, look, Peter Kane trains dogs the way I do, uses discipline, uses correction. He used an e-collar before I used an e-collar. But as you say, you go back on there now, he's up all night, you know, because he got people coming in, he's on Facebook all night, because every time you go in there with a hit, he gets paid. But guess what, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, because he's no threat to me, but I'm no threat to him. But what it is on the search bar, when you put in gun dog trainer or dog trainer, up come Chris Upton, because there were so many videos up there. He had 4,500 videos and I had 5,500. We're probably the most prolific dog training persons who put videos up. But he's putting stuff about Yetis and freaking...
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not all dog training with him. You can't go down that road.
Well, you got to get past that first bit, and then I didn't get...
So most people wouldn't.
You've had a couple of years, mate, bye-bye.
But he's changed, because I think sometimes if you become so obsessed with the internet, it takes over your life.
Yeah.
I was given all that content for free. At no point did I ever try and make money out of him. And I sent him an email, and the nasty email he sent back, I thought, there's no way he's going to retract the copyright strike, because he's just chuffed now that a guy's been taken down with all his videos for his own benefit. And I thought, you nasty, nasty scumbag. But guess what? Out of adversity, it's turned around.
Yeah. Well,
I'm still fighting to get those videos back because of people like you who come here.
Way, isn't there?
No, I'm with YouTube. I'm actually got
gotta be a
but
way.
I can't throw millions of pounds at it.
No.
But I'm willing to throw £10,000 at it on principle that I want my videos back. So we got lawyers involved. But at the end of the day, it's a long process. It's like talking to they're a big company. £10,000 to them is nothing.
No, God, no.
They won't give a shit. They're saying that that's their policy. 3 strikes and you're out. Well, hang on. You never give me a warning. You never said, oh, take these videos down because this is copyright. He's put a complaint in against you. If they had, I'd have took them down straight away. But I didn't even know where they were on the internet with 5,500 views. And it was 4 years ago. Why didn't they contact me 4 years ago and in Messenger, he said to me, I love your videos. I'm going to share them on my site. And in politeness, I said, I love your dog training videos. I'll put some of them on my site. That's what I did. So I've got it in Messenger, sent that to Facebook, all the proof. They're not interested in that. You could sign permission if you want to change your mind over your copyright, technically, because I'd shared a number of his videos to promote him, not to rubbish him.
Yeah.
They said, three video copyright strikes and we take your site down. And that's what they've done.
Overnight, was that? So
Instantly.
you woke up one morning and it was...
I had a customer here and I said, hang on, everyone's pinging me for some reason. Where's your videos? I can't find your videos. The whole lot just disappeared. And then you can't even get onto your account to contact them to say, I'll address this issue straight away, because your site's gone completely. You've got no contact with them at all. We've had to go through solicitors and other people doing stuff for me in the background, and we're having to deal with the complaints department, and they know.
No matter how strong you are,
Yeah.
that's crushing for anyone, wouldn't it? You know, see all that work that you've done.
I've got to be honest.
All the work you've done. It's flipping hard.
The only time I've ever felt that bad,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't do really, is when I've had a bereavement. You know, when I've had a dog die or a human die, or a friend die. It just hit me so hard, because I thought I can't start again. I can't get up and start again 5.5 more years, because the amount of editing is the killer. It's not the videos, it's the editing. But it's not that. It's the customers who spent all that money coming here, learning how to train dogs, but it's helped so many
But it's
people.
all that, the knock-on from that.
But what's happened, Dennis, is unbelievable. My Patreon site I put up to protect my videos in Vimeo, so I've got a base now, a platform that I can send them out to YouTube, Facebook, anywhere, and it's protected in that block. No one can copy them, no one can keep them,
No.
but I can send them out. And now we've got a system now that we can do in-house teaching, screen-to-screen teaching. You can send me a video through Dropbox. I can then look
But
at
that's
the video.
evolving. You know, you're learning more.
Yeah.
The customers that you've got.
Yeah.
I think you sent something out.
Yeah.
That you need to be on crowd.
Crowd.
You know, but somebody who's, you know, there's people out there that say, I don't mind giving my information to that, but then you need them to give you permissions to something else, and then something else.
But the thing is, all it is, all it is,
ground ball, isn't it?
it's not. It's just sign yourself in. You can do it off your Facebook, copy it off your Facebook or anything, YouTube or anything, and it's only to bring you into the platform so you can watch the videos.
Yeah.
You're not having to
It's
pay
another
anything.
dimension that you didn't know about.
I didn't know about it,
No, exactly.
and people are going to me, I'm in, and they know what to do.
Yeah.
But it's this older generation that are not quite there at the moment.
Well, you did all right. I woke up this morning and like, what the hell is that?
Did you see your
So you
pictures?
did all right.
You see your pictures this morning?
So you must have flipping downloaded them from somewhere, put it in, so you're not as bad at flipping IT as you
Oh no, I can go around a computer,
Yeah,
but in my own way.
Yeah.
I've self-taught.
Yeah.
It's the same as dog training. I was self-taught, taking in little bits of everything from everybody else. But what's happened is we moved over from Windows over to Apple, and Apple is a completely different format of the system. I've had people come here try and help me, and they've got Windows system, and they go, I can't work this out, this is Apple. And yet I can go ping pong pong and throw your videos onto another unit of mine, over to the computer, over to the sites like that within 10 minutes. Those people have been saying, whoa, I can't wait to see Dennis again. He got some lovely dogs. So you've come back now because you've got a young bitch, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll show you the young bitch today.
And we'll take her out, and we're going to put them videos up in Patreon only.
Yeah.
So the real gang, the people who've all looked after us, the ones who are on the live feeds, the ones who are interested in what I say, we're all like-minded. We use discipline when we have to, but we're not cruel with our dogs, and we love our dogs. We've got a nice closed group away from all the idiots. Because if you go on these gun dog forums, I'll tell you what, it's a nightmare with some of these people on gun dog forums. I've kept off gun dog forums for the last 4 or 5 years because everybody's an expert on the gun dog forums, and they're normally couch potato women. And I'm not being sexist because they've got nothing better to do. Premenstrual freaking wine o'clock gang. And I think to myself, I don't even want to get associate or argue with these people. My site was put up there to educate in the end. First, it was to put up to show that I don't beat dogs and show the world that I can train dogs to a very high standard. The amount of people who've come on board, Dennis, and said, I'm one of the silent ones, I used to watch all your videos. What's happened to you is disgraceful. I'm coming over to support you. I don't know their names, I've never seen them.
No.
They've subscribed on my YouTube, 7,000 subscribers. We've had to rebuild the YouTube site completely. We've got 800 subscribers in 2 weeks. We've got over 30,000 views. And in a minute, YouTube's only going to be used as a platform to push people over to Patreon. All the new videos are going over to Patreon. If they don't want to come over there, I'm happy with, say we manage to get 300 members in there, paid up members. They're going to be the loyal crew, people who are interested in what they do. It's costing you 60 quid a year if you pay for the £5 platform. It's costing you 40 quid a year. That's not a lesson, is it? One lesson.
£72 plus, that's £72 with VAT, job done, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah. I mean, that's all it's going to cost you. No, that's 60 quid with that, isn't it?
No, it's £6 a month, isn't it?
£5 a month, but with the VAT it's 6 quid. Yeah. Or the 350 section, you're not going to see so much.
No.
But we've moved off the £2 section because it was costing me £1.80 of that was going to the Patreon site and the Vimeo site and all that. But it's cost near 1,500 quid to set it up.
Oh yes, yeah,
not
you
cheap.
Get something for nothing.
So for the first lot of money, is just going to pay the expenses.
Yeah.
You know, I've taken a gamble, but wow, it's worked. And I'm hoping that that's going to set me up for a pension plan. You know, as I just sitting on the computer giving advice later on. You know, once you reach that stage. But I like being out there training. You know, I like being out there training.
Oh God, yeah.
That's my favourite thing, training people. But it's becoming such a internet-based learning site. I could be in there for 5-6 hours a day. I don't want that. I don't want that. But if we get locked down with this virus thing, you'll all be on there, won't they? They'll all be freaking training on there, won't they?
Well, you're in.
Can't get the virus then, can they?
Well, you're in self-isolation anyway, Chris. You don't meet that many people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Lock the gate and freaking say, piss off, all of you.
Filled out there, job done. I'm isolated.
I'll film you through the window. You can't get germs through the window.
It's like a farmer on his 1,000-acre farm. You know, he's isolated every day.
So look at Sue got potatoes in.
Yeah.
She said, I got bog rolls. Everyone's freaking panic buying, aren't they? But you know what's going to happen? Look at Italy. And Boris don't seem to know what he's doing, does he?
Well, I think he's just saying, let's not flipping open the gate before we have to. It's going to build up to a, you know, we're not quite at the peak yet.
You don't know. They're now saying 100,000 people in this country have been infected by it, and they've had colds and they didn't even know.
Well, it's 10,000, isn't it?
No, they've moved from 10,000 today to 100,000. And the thing is, if you think about it, I had a cold 2 weeks ago and a cough. Was that part of it? But they didn't even know it was in.
I think there was somebody on the news today that said she had. I think she said the doctor said it was a flu, but the symptoms, and he didn't check for coronavirus obviously at that particular time, and she thought she got over by just taking over the counter medicines.
Yeah.
So when you go on the shelves of Tesco now, all the
medicines are gone.
And all that's gone.
But it just shows how commercial they are in Tesco's, because all of a sudden buy one get one free or half price deals at Tesco's have all gone.
Unless you want an Easter egg.
Because they know, Easter egg. They know that people are panic buying, aren't they?
Yeah, that's against the law, isn't it?
What, panic buying?
No, to put the prices up. And
no, what I'm saying, I said to Sue, look, we're not going mad here. We're only going to buy where there's buy one get one free, or half price deals, or buy two and get one free. And we went round and it's all gone.
Oh, yeah.
All those deals have gone because they know they're going to flog out everything. This is when there's a crisis and people are panic buying. So we filled up a whole cupboard full of food just in case there is no food. And so have we been panic buying? Not really, because we just bought enough to survive for about 14 days. If everyone goes right, we're having a clampdown.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what. And that's the point about.
And what do we buy? Pasta,
Boris
potatoes.
used to say,
Yeah.
today, schools are closed, this is closed. That has a knock-on effect of the NHS are not at work. Schools, or it's about all those children and everything. If you're in a massive school and there's 1,000 children,
Yeah, but it has
if you send them home,
it has a backward effect.
yeah, agreed.
Because what happens is those kids got to be looked after, and normally it'd be grandparents,
That's
and the
what
grandparents
happens,
are the vulnerable ones.
Yeah.
The kids are carrying it and walking around with it. They'll be passing it like crazy, so it'll kill off the older generation.
Yeah.
That's the worrying thing.
He did allude to that last night, didn't he?
But if at the end of the day, if you haven't got respiratory problems or you haven't got lung problems, yeah, you could be really ill. But some 40-year-olds have come down very, very bad with it.
I don't know. So.
Yeah, so I don't think they know what they're doing. That's the problem.
It's a difficult one. Nobody knows what's around the corner.
Did you see Sol? Sol was here, the doctor.
Yeah.
He didn't give a shit. He said he's brilliant. Sol. He said,
Yeah, crap.
wow. He said, never mind. He said it's only like a cold. 39,000 people die of common flu every year. He said it's all being blown out of proportion. And I'm thinking, I hope you're right. And then I said to him, the bridge has been closed. You can't get across the bridge. They quarantined the bridge.
Really?
No, joking.
No, the reason I put 2 and 2 and made 6 then was they diverted the flipping HDVs from the A38.
Oh, right.
From down there.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Well,
Unless they just kept the signs up from the last time.
probably checking them for Chinese. Make sure they've got Chinese in the back.
Yeah, the over-refrigerated lorries.
And they were coming across in them lorries, weren't they? They found them all dead, didn't they? I wonder if they had it.
Poor buggers, isn't
I know, horrible situation, isn't it? But it's a funny, crazy world we live in at the moment. And the problem is, it's like Mark Hannaford went off skiing, and the skiing resort come down with it, didn't they?
Yeah.
People went skiing. He's now gone off to America. He's in Mexico and he's in America. Well, he's on holiday. He keeps sending back pictures. In a minute, he won't be able to get back in.
Yeah. Well, the cases in Torquay are all from northern Italy skiers. So.
Because the amount of people congregate, especially the wealthy, innit? As in the better off people can afford to go have 5 or 6 holidays a year.
You don't want it like Italy, the country flipping stand still.
Yeah, but this is what's going to happen, isn't it? I mean, the FTSE index crashed, didn't it, yesterday? It's down to below when it had that big crash again. Because if everything comes to a standstill, we can't get face masks from China. I've got a box of face masks up there, and then now they're telling us they're no good. The face masks are a waste of time. Just keep washing your hands. What a load of shit. Because if you got it, and you put your hand on the table like that, it's there for 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless I fucking follow you around with fucking bleach and freaking what's name.
Which is why people isolate, and so you then.
Yeah.
We're okay, we're a metre apart.
No, you fucking touch that cup. I fucking touch that cup. That's right, I said. You sit over there,
As
Daddy.
long as the open ends is 3 metres, you're
Yeah,
alright.
yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
But I mean, the people are loving the videos.
Yeah.
And not being funny, if I never put up another video of my own, and I've got like 10,000 of them, and I only concentrate on the customers who are coming here now, it'll soon build up another
It's going to
database.
take a while to beat.
Never ever get to that again, I don't think. I mean, I think we set a precedent that I was hoping it was going to be left there forever for reference for people to see how we do train dogs in this time of century of when we were around. Because wouldn't it have been wonderful if we could have seen Ernsons and stuff like that, and the top boys in their day be honest about how to train dogs and what.
I'm not going to, are
No, because they didn't have the technology. Now we've got technology. Where's it going to go? Are we all going down the fairy farts and we give dogs treats? Or I know you love your dogs. Have you had to give discipline to your dogs?
they? Yes.
Exactly. But at the end of the day,
But I've had to give discipline to my children.
exactly. But some people would say you're cruel for giving discipline to your children, wouldn't they? That's how crazy the world is. That's how crazy.
My
the world.
children have got children, and I say no. That's
Exactly.
discipline, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But It's the same as the army, isn't it? There had to be rules, didn't there?
Yeah.
There has to be anarchy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Discipline, when it's but to the right level,
Yeah, without fail.
not a problem.
Not, I wouldn't promote cruelty in any way.
No.
But the point is, what happens is they only take the bits of edit the videos of me grabbing hold of the dog or putting the dog back on the spot, and they just edit it. Just at that point, you look like you're grabbing hold of the dog, and it looks terrible. But the problem is, they're not being truthful to everybody out there, because if you showed the whole video, you'd go, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just the hatred out there on the internet. It's phenomenal, isn't it? How people will try and ruin somebody else's life.
Yeah, I think then, yeah.
Because I mean, I won my court case. Got my guns back. Won my court case. Won the harassment thing from that thing as well. Everything they put at me, the RSPCA never been charged with anything. They leave me alone now because they know I don't beat dogs. It was all because of hysteria of idiots out there. But,
So everything needs to move on to the next phase, doesn't it?
next phase is, don't worry about the idiots. Let's concentrate on our little group.
Yeah.
And our little group on Patreon is a band of brothers who, and ladies as well, who want to train dogs and understand that discipline is part and parcel of life. Yeah. We don't need to put that up for the whole world to see. It's in that group now. You're protected now to be able to speak freely in that group without being attacked. Some of the lads went on some of these gun dog forums the other day, and they said, Chris Upton's doing some fantastic videos on his YouTube site. This is before the site was kind of, he said, I got tapped by about 7 women.
Well, yeah.
And that's what they are. They're like piranhas. They sit there waiting. Oh, he beats dogs. He doesn't. I've seen the videos.
I saw it on Facebook, but it's one of those, if you have an opinion, just keep it to yourself. But somebody will say, do you recommend a trainer in the Southwest or South? And they were, various names come up, all over Southwest, not a problem. Chris Upton comes up. No comments made about Jimmy Blogs that are all the way down. And then Chris Upton comes up, and then somebody will say, oh, I wouldn't go to him. He beats dogs, or no, he's a bit, well, that's like everything. You would go to another dog trainer and you wouldn't like him because he would do something else, but they don't know you.
But they might not
know what you've done.
But they might not like me for my outspoken views and my PC manner, but I don't care.
But they haven't been down here, so they can't really form a view of
this is it.
An opinion.
This is
face to face, can they?
But the point is in reality, do we have a laugh and yet we train?
Yeah.
Do we have a bit of banter and yet we train? And everybody else you've seen come here have all had the same. I mean, we had Pierre on the phone the other day, and he hasn't been up. He's been on the shooting now, and he's been doing stuff with his family. And I said, oh, he said, when can we meet up? I said, well, Dennis is coming Wednesday. Coming on Friday. I said, but I've got a bloke coming to stay in the caravan, but he's not coming until the evening. And he's going to be with Dennis in the morning, and you have to just hang around while Dennis has his lesson. Well, he phoned up and said the weather's not very good for the weekends. Can I cancel? I said, yeah, not a problem at all. And he's a policeman, and at the end of the day, he doesn't know what's going to happen with all this virus stuff. So it's not. I've cancelled so many lessons because of the weather and the storms we've had. And if I would have done the same with you, if it had been absolutely.
I woke up this morning. It was like a lovely spring day,
beautiful,
sunny, and then I would come all the way, and then it was raining, and then.
Yeah.
It's not too.
It's coming in this evening. But in here at the moment, it's a spring day.
Yeah.
I mean, short sleeves again.
Yeah,
Where yesterday it was absolutely alien it down. But the fields are so wet, it's unbelievable.
It's wet,
And everybody's dog that comes in is shit eye. It looks like a freaking mud bath.
All of them, back of there.
Yeah.
He was in the old estuary yesterday.
Yeah.
And then,
but they don't give a shit, do they?
They don't give a shit. Do
They love it, don't they? The filthiest band as well.
Up, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all they're there for.
And you get some people going, oh, look at the state of those dogs in the car. It's terrible. Hang on, no, these are working dogs.
Seen the state of the car, though.
Yeah, these are working dogs. And you being military, state of the car. Oh bloody hell.
You see the state of it. I'll be going down to the police garage and they'll clean that.
They'll clean it out for you.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to sit there.
No, you sit in. They have a cafe. Like
Yeah,
this.
you sit there. Yeah.
You look out the window at eating your breakfast.
You bloody, honestly, you snob. You guys on big
For
pensions.
20 quid.
Bring it in, I'll do it for a teller. You're joking. You're joking. Anyway, magic. So there you go, Dennis. We're going to the field. We'll do some videos.
Yeah.
And we'll stick them up on Patreon. You're only seeing them on Patreon now. We're only putting titillation videos, teasers up on YouTube to get people to come across. If you don't want to come across, we don't care. It's we don't. If the group gets too big, sometimes it was like a runaway train. Everybody was asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? You can't answer everybody. There was so many of them on the email, on Facebook, on Messenger, and there were so many of them. I thought I can't answer all your questions, and I felt rude then after a while because you're thinking you're not answering them back.
But then that's the side of you that you can't say no.
Yeah, I
And
should
then
do.
all of a
Shouldn't
sudden
I?
you dig yourself a flipping hole,
Yeah.
which then gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and I've just got to look after me guys who looked after me and willing to help me and
And
pay.
then you answer him, and then he comes back, yeah, I've done that, but he's doing so and
Yeah,
so. What do I do
yeah.
about that? But you've never seen the dog, so you don't know.
Yeah, but some of the questions about this long an essay,
Just
it
imagine.
takes you an hour to read it, then you reply to them, then they go into another question. And the other thing I want to say to you, and I'm not going to directly name anybody here, there is a few people, even on Patreon site, who follow me. You can't be sending me messages non-stop all the time, ping, 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 because you've got to realise I'm dealing with about 5,000 different people at the moment from all different areas of the dog training, whether it's friends who are talking to me in private and giving me words of encouragement, whether it's people sending me questions or genuinely want to book in for lessons. I know you come onto Patreon, and I really appreciate that, but you have not bought me as a non-stop freaking type into me. You may think that you're my best friend. That's what tends to happen. You seem to know me in my life and come into you and I let you in. But trust me, I can't answer all your questions. And I started to answer some of them. And some of you guys who are non-stop pinging me, I'm just going to have to stop answering your questions and realise that you might leave me alone a little bit, because I've got other customers as well. So, you know, I know you might be paying your £3.50 or your £5 a month. That's about £1.25 in it, or you know, something like that. You haven't bought me as a trainer. I'm there to help you. I'm there to put up videos, and I'll answer as many as you as possible. But if you keep asking me question after question or giving me remark after remark on every feed I put up, I won't be able to answer it all because it's just so time consuming. I want to be out there, guys, training dogs. That's my passion. But it's leaving that help for people who want to understand how to train a dog to a good level. It's the same as little Harley Quinn. There's videos going up all over the place about Harley Quinn, from puppy right through. You watched the Three Amigos, didn't you? You know, watch those videos. They help you, don't they?
Lovely, weren't they? Yeah.
You know, and then you've seen Susie and Hattie, the one that was deaf, supposed to be deaf. And those people remember those videos, and those videos are there to help you. And that's what it's about. So without people like Dennis, we won't shake hands. We'll do what we normally do, Dennis.
Yeah.
That's it. No shaking hands at the moment, anyone. But Dennis, without people like Dennis who've come here, rolled up their sleeves and said, listen, I'll take the constructive criticism. I might think I know a little bit more when he first come here, but he then learned, hang on, there's a lot to this game, but he's picked up so much by listening. He's one of the easier people to train, maybe his army background. He doesn't question everything all the time and give another excuse. He just takes it on board, picks it up and runs with it. And I see his dogs improve vastly with it. Why are you back here, Dennis? You've trained 2-3 dogs now. You've trained one of my breeding for your boss, didn't you, on one of the shoots?
Yeah.
Is he still like that dog?
Oh, he loves him.
Loves him, see? You had him off me at 12 months old, I think, didn't you? And finished him off for him?
Yeah.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've done such a good job with these two. Why are you back with the bitch? Is it because the bitch is different? Is it because all dogs are different? Or is it because you just don't want to put any mistakes in?
I want to just go to that, you know, because of I've been here before, and then those first stages weren't easy, but I knew how to overcome. Don't get irate with it. Don't get frustrated that she's flipping dropping it or whatever, and then she's retrieving lovely.
Yeah.
But you then need to say, right, your next phase is,
Yeah.
or you haven't done this, so, and then just gives you a little tick in the box, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That'll do me.
But all dogs are different. And
Yeah,
have
exactly.
you noticed that, have you? With everyone you've trained?
All been different.
Yeah.
Well, I had 5.
And yet, look at Ricky.
Yeah.
He was struggling at one point, and now you've said he's come on as a lovely little...
Yeah, he won't be a field trial winner, and he won't be,
Yeah.
but flipping
workman.
everything you want him to do, he does everything. Brilliant.
Good.
So,
Because I saw a vast improvement in him last time I
yeah.
saw him.
Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah.
And on the shoot, you do 50 days a year. You've been on a 400 birthday.
There you go, you gained
Gotta
some
work,
experience
haven't
now,
you?
haven't you? Gained some experience now.
Lovely.
Hey, Dennis the man.
Yeah.
And is it fun?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
So now for the big
Yeah.
question. Now for the big question.
What's that?
Do you like trialing better or working on the shoots?
The shoot.
I've always done that.
The shoot.
Yeah. Trialing was only my shot window.
It's everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're beating, you're picking
Yeah.
up, you're, he's stopping. How many birds is he flushing every
Do you
time?
think you have to sacrifice a bit though by
Yes.
taking the dog? Yes.
Yes.
That's the thing.
And that was the point. I
Yeah.
took him right at the end of the season, and we were put out because he was pushing on too
Pulling
much.
on too much. Yeah.
Far too much.
Yeah.
But end of the season,
Tie him up again.
tied him up. Yeah.
But I got to say, all my dogs that won tests and trials, all were in the beating line and the picking up
Yeah.
line. That's the only way I'd have it.
Yeah.
If I wanted to just run competition dogs, then I'm selling myself down the river really, because you can run a competition dog without even going on a shoot with it.
Yeah, agreed.
But that's not for me. I like a good hunter, and I've always liked a good hunting dog, and that's what I said to you about your dog. You know, when I see him as a youngster,
Yeah.
I said he's got the stamp of it, and then at 12 months old you could see he had potential to go a long way. But then there's a sacrifice.
Just the control bit.
You
is the thing.
can't give them too much freedom, else they start to think for
Yeah,
themselves,
exactly.
and that is not what they really want on trials.
But on a shoot,
Fantastic. Everyone looks at it and just in awe, don't they?
Dennis, do that. Thank you.
Mm.
That's what it's about. Isn't it? Beginning of the season, when you didn't know your dogs were on the lead, you're thinking, do I really want to be here?
Yeah.
And then at the end, you know, halfway through, right, Dennis, do that bit, and you're out on the side, doing your own little work, flushing, stopping, lovely.
But years ago, you know, when we used to go to Delamore Estate, and Snowy Parker was a keeper there, we used to do the roadies at the top, one of the top drives, and they used to blank them into us, and they were coming through in their thousands. And what we used to do is just tickle them out, and then stop the dog, and then let the gun shoot, and then tickle them out again, stop the dog, and he could make up his bag like that. Because we had dogs that we could push in on the roadies, push them up, then bring him back, let the next lot in, push them in the roadies, and the skill of doing that, pushing 30 or 40 birds over the guns in one go every 15-20 seconds when he asked it on the radio.
Exactly.
We were holding the birds, so we were working the stops, and yet those dogs were fantastic. And that's the real skill of working a dog in those conditions. I mean, people used to say to me at trials, oh my God, there's birds everywhere. And I think, I don't care, the more birds, the easier it's going to be to win the trial. Because if you work on the shoots in that numbers, with that amount of birds, you don't panic if you've got your dog to a trained to a good standard. Where people panic is if, oh, I only train the dog upon the moor and I hardly ever see anything. You know, then they get lots of birds and the dog starts to pull. It's too much for them. But there is a real skill in having that fine balance. Fine balance. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this dog.